Hello, we are playing Crusader Kings 2, specifically more of a mod called Warcraft Guardians of Azeroth, the mod that converts the game into the Warcraft universe. This video will be in the Ascension of the Lich King bookmark, playing Illidan Stormrage, the Night Elf turned demon with eyes of mystic fire, who has been sent to Icecrown to crush the Lich King, while pretending to be loyal to the Burning Legion. Pretty normal stuff, really. Illidan leads his Illidari followers and demon hunters into battle, while he also follows the Vindicatory religion, which can be summed up as using the power of the Legion to fight the Legion, and the end justifies the means for followers of that religion. Illidan starts with two artifacts, the Orb of Kil'jaeden, given him by the Demon Lord to defeat the Lich King, and his iconic twin blades of Azeroth, taken from the Doomguard commander during the War of the Ancients. At the start of the game, we are fighting in a war with Ner'zhul, the Lich King, who leads a Scourge and has an army up to 30,000 if he can raise all of them, and we have a couple allies of our own in the form of Illidan's Naga, and the ally, the second one, down south of us, is Kelthus Sunstrider of the Blood Elves. Put together, we will still be outnumbered severely by the Lich King's forces. After just a few in-game days, Arthas Menethil has become the new Lich King, replacing Ner'zhul. We're still going to be at war with the Lich King regardless of who is leading them. We moved to the south, caught up with all of our allies and grouped up, and are using terrain advantages. We beat the major undead army of the Scourge, and with that, they have been dealt a major blow. Now to go on offense. Take back our territory that was occupied, and cut down any smaller armies of the undead we can find. We got an event about an heir, and Illidan doesn't really have a natural heir, so we're just going to take Seti's, the Night Elf demon here, who will be the heir in case Illidan dies. Arthas, the Lich King, is in a bad position now. We are winning the war, and this phase of the war has basically become cut down any armies we can find, just pick them off if we can see them in neighboring provinces. Since nobody is stopping us, we can just move on to the Icecrown and take the capital of the Scourge. We got a duel here between two lore characters, King Yamaran's wife, Angrboda, and we show no mercy. She is dead. The end of the Scourge is here. Illidan Stormrage gets a new title called the Avenger. King Arthas Menethil is defeated, and you wonder what happened to him. He is dead. And we got tons of money from this conflict, and we will use that to build new buildings and expand into the territories nearby. The triumph over the Scourge in the north has broken up all of their old land with no more Lich King to lead them. They have all established independence in some way and are now ruling themselves. The Blood Elves return home, led by Kelthus Sunstrider, and they are no longer our allies, so we just have the Naga, who are also our tributary. To acquire some new cannon fodder, we're going to declare war on Jarl Bralavarl here, even though he is undead, but who cares as long as we get to use his armies. The last of our original servants, Lady Fasht, who led the Naga contingent to fight against the Lich King, leaves our service and declares Illidan weak. I don't think the Harpies will mind too much if we use some of their land. The invasion of the Burning Legion has begun. It's nowhere near our territory, but they are led by Kil'jaeden, who is that person who gave us that orb to defeat the Lich King, so hopefully he won't that return soon. Now to turn west and collect even more tributaries. We called in all three of our tributaries to beef up our army, and the person we're attacking had an overlord themselves in the form of Hargug the Cruel, which is the most meaningful opposition we've had since the collapse of the Scourge. We came across a pot with the energy and soul of a Lich, and if it is broken, they will be killed instantly, and we're just going to break it, and they're dead. They're just gone. Sati Stormrage is killed in a battlefield duel by Hargug the Cruel, mainly in part because his combat skills would allow him to kill a gorilla with his pinky. I turn away for just 1 second. One of the army farms is just completely annexed by some nearby ruler. A call to assistance arrives, which may be a little bit too late, but our enemy-turned-vassal, Hargug the Cruel, is under threat and will most likely be absorbed by another ruler who ate the earlier neighbor named Harjong the Cruel. One of our tributaries got conquered in a war I didn't even notice, so we're just going to use our army to convince them to rejoin our cause, so to speak. Jarl Harjong became the king of the Icecrown, and he's away on a war, so it's time for a little purge. With the war declaration It is time to summon the armies of the Ildarian Company, featuring dwarves, the living, and dead. We win the first big battle of the war, and maybe the last, against an army that came back from invading an island. King Huzhong of the Shoalmen Kingdom of the Ice Crown is killed in battle, leaving it in the hands of his 10-year-old daughter. Oh cool, another air event. Oh sure, I'll take Uladuth. Illidan and his followers are successful and destroy the Shoalmen Kingdom and take all their land. Now to recreate the Kingdom of the Ice Crown using all this newfound territory, and Illidan Stormrage is now the Lord of the Ice Crown and King of the Ice Crown if he so wishes, but we do not control the province of Ice Crown itself. They won't be missing Ice Crown very much anyway. They'll still have one province left. I'm going to end this video with this huge Illidari realm. Check the mod out if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.